Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media, and welcome to a game that I've not played in a long time. I mean a long time. You'll know what it is by now because of the thumbnail and the title of the video and all sorts. However, jeez, I would have been 10 when this came out. Welcome to ToCA Race Driver.
In the lead is as ever Kyle Motor City McKane.
Yeah, Don, that boy really belongs to the people, doesn't he? They're loving him. But we should take a look at the rest of the drivers, right?
We certainly should. Look at car 57. British-born James Randall. At 21 years of age, this rookie is ripping up the track.
Whoa, did you see that?
Oh, sure
2002
did.
cutscenes.
A lot more from this Randall guy.
Yeah, coming out of that final turn, Randall is really slugging it out for the number 2 spot.
But he isn't going to get any higher today.
See, look, his bumper's on there. Now it's gone.
Hey!
It's my dad. There's one certain shot of this where the physics look great. This one, that there, that looks great, but it's not moving very fast.
What the hell was that?
This explosion looks awful, be warned. Looks like it grabs the car.
Can anyone down there hear us?
Oh my goodness! Jim, this looks serious.
Could someone down there tell me what's going on? James Randall just blindsided McKane on the finish line. This looks bad.
It is bad.
It's just unbelievable.
Oh, look for my lash.
Donnie and Ryan are here
Lack of
today.
eyelashes.
Nobody knows what's going through their minds right now. This is just horrible. It's hard to know what to say.
Graphics. Back then we looked at that and we went, whoa, the detail. I like these two guys.
So who are you looking at for next season?
I don't know, Paulie. I've seen a lot of good drivers, just
not a lot of great ones, right? You know, you're the best damn crew chief in the game today. Something will come your way. Would you look at that kid over there?
These boys.
Looks just like his own man.
Donnie McKane. That's amazing.
It's damn spooky. Yo, Donnie.
Yo,
you want to do Bobby over here a favor and race for him?
Looking for a driver, Bobby?
Sure.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Is he good?
Sweet Home Alabama.
He's my brother, ain't he? These guys are amazing. Now he's running around looking for drivers.
Oh, welcome to ToCA Race Driver, everybody. A game that cost me hours and hours and hours and hours as a kid. As a 10-year-old in the early 2000s, obsessed with the British Touring Car Championship around the time when it was going through the BTC regulations. We're going to play through this game. It's the playthrough that nobody asked for, the playthrough that nobody wanted, but thank you to my great friend Craig Evans, Evanzo7, Evanzo27, depends on where you're following him. He is a star and he's managed to sort me out with a copy of this game so we can play it and record it and do a playthrough of it. He's done his own as well, which you should go and do. I'll put a link to his channel in the description as well. Go and subscribe to him as well and help him out and give some of his videos a watch because his dry Scottish humour is very, very good. We're going to get cracking though, and I mean, can I just point out how good the menus are in this game? We'll go over them in a second because we'll get our name in. I haven't even thought about what we're going to call ourselves. My first one, you know what, this is going to seem a little bit cringe initially, but the first one I did when I was a kid, for some reason it called him The Hammer. And I don't know why, but I'm going to go with that because that's just my childhood in a nutshell. We need to go lowercase. Ryan the Hammer McKane. I don't know why, but that was the one that it had when I was first playing it when I was little. So yeah, we're going to stick with that. Got something here on my face. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. It's doing me head in. We'll quickly come off this, and I want to show you the menus. So we've got the cabinet over here for the options. We've got a Pro Race Driver map, which we will get to. You've got a trophy cabinet on the right-hand side, which I don't think we can actually do anything with. But later in the game, your trophies do end up over there, which is cool. But look at the options. Like, look at this. Like, it's all on bits of paper and stuff. And, like, there's tabs in the thing. And, oh, it's so cool. And then when you go into here, I don't know why, but I used to think that was a phone box. You see what I mean? Like, that would have been like the keypad bit. It would have been at the back, but I didn't realise it was actually a locker with an open door. You've got the little clipboard down here. You've got the video bit, which actually shows a lot about the MG X-Power touring cars. because it was Ryan's video collection. Ryan. And then you've got his mate here taking the mick, lying on the sofa. We are going to go straight into the career, though. We're not going to muck about. I did have the idea of putting a PlayStation controller up on the screen, but there's nowhere comfortable to put it where you can actually see what I'm doing, because I'm going to be driving with the sticks. So instead of doing A and X, essentially X and square, I'm going to be accelerating and braking using this stick forward and backwards, because it's easier to be smooth like that, because the braking in this game is horrendous. So I'll explain that to you. And steering with this stick as well. We're going to have it in manual, so it'll be R1 and L1 effectively, which is RB and LB on an Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? So this is the progress. So this is where you start out. You're in each of these championships, and you have to score points in each championship to then progress to the next tier. So all of your points here add up, but it's only the best score that you've got. So you could do a championship twice, get 30 points the first time, get 28 the second time. You will only have 30 points. You will not have 58. You get me? So we're going to work on that, but first you go to your emails, which is where you get your driver offers, which is cool. We've got a one-off offer here. Hello Ryan, my name's Bobby Scott. I'm looking for a driver to work with, and I've heard from a couple of people that you are worth a look. I have a couple of people, said that twice, interested in you for this year's ToCA Tour Championship, basically the British Touring Car Championship. There is a test day at Brands Hatch Indy, so if you want a chance to prove yourself, be there next Saturday. Look forward to seeing you. And we're going to be driving the Lexus IS200 BTC car, which is one of the coolest touring cars I've ever seen. So we've got to do a 1 minute 20 of Brands Hatch Indy. Not quite a big benchmark, but again, look at the menu, look at the layout of that. It's so cool.
Ryan?
Cutscenes. Awful
Bobby Scott.
cutscenes.
Heard you got a ride for me.
Also,
I got a
Ryan's
test
a...
drive. You want a ride, you're going to have to earn it.
What, don't 5 years in open wheelers count for nothing?
No,
When
Ryan.
you're a test driver.
He's funny,
Sounds like
he
you
is,
got
this
a
bloke.
real handle on me, huh?
I keep an ear to the ground.
But Ryan's...
Who you been
Honestly.
talking to?
Donnie.
My brother?
Oh yeah, and your
I'm
brother's a...
not because of your brother. I'm giving you a shot because I hear you're good. Must be in the blood, eh? Now, drive.
Oh, put your balaclava on. I think we're going to be... Yep, straight into it. So, triangle to change view. Great noises. So you can see my throttle input down here on this little red bar. Oh, there's music over the top of it. You've got to be very smooth on the brakes and very smooth on the steering in this game. Oh, I've not changed gear. The graphics are horrendous. The handling is horrendous, but I'm in love with it. I've obviously had to get used to it, make sure that the game works and everything. Curbs are a nightmare. You don't touch curbs in this game. We're going to smash this lap, I'm telling you. You've got to be so careful. We're going to batter this time. Look at the way the car moves around. Whee! I'm going to try and be as smooth as possible to make it look better for the playthrough. But I'd say that was a successful test, wouldn't you? So in this game, you lock up the brakes instantly if you go to full braking.
It's very good. I think we're getting there.
Getting there? Off.
Can we get another car? I don't like this one so much.
Or maybe I ought to find somebody who does. Another car.
Just like his pop.
Ryan, it's Paulie.
Satriali, yeah, I remember you.
I knew your father, kid.
I know. So I hear you're gonna manage me.
I'm considering.
Considering?
See, Ryan's a...
And
Who's this guy? Figure I gotta be the hottest thing in this town right now.
So,
this town. You're
you
not
want to
from
be a
Kent.
star, huh, McKane?
Yeah, why not?
Well, shake my hand, and I'll make you a legend.
That was awkward. Team criteria. Earn 30 championship points to receive a 100 grand bonus. Don't mind if I do. So that means we're now going to be going into the British Touring Car Championship. So it really does throw you straight in at the deep end, this game. But it's the first step on your career. And I'm just super excited to be playing this game again. I've only done a couple of free races before this in the Northeastern Challenge in the worst car. So I didn't get in the good stuff and get all hyped up by it. You've got your car set up on here, which is on early
For this
2000s.
shorter version of Brands, the hilly nature of the track means we should set the car up with hard suspension to prevent the car bottoming out on the dips.
I've never heard him say that before, because I've never really looked at car setup, because I didn't know anything about it when I was 10. There's a whiteboard with all the positions of where people are going to be starting, which is cool. Jason Plato at the back of the grid. Anthony Reid. God, it's so weird, you know. I interviewed Jason Plato and had a fantastic time with Jason at Race Retro earlier this year. And he's in video games even, you know, from this far back, from when I was a kid. I don't know why that sort of hit home to me then. Paul Craven is this sort of made-up driver that is like your sort of rival in this championship for some reason. Phil Bennett's there, so he's going to crash into everyone. But we are in the Lexus IS 200, which I'm well excited about. This is the championship: Brands Indy, Alton Park, Silverstone, Donington, Knockhill, and Brands GP. And it also tells you the banked points you've got and how many you need for the next tier. So you can keep an eye on everything through there. But let's jump in, shall we? First race of our career. Let's try and do this as well as I can. The loading screen tells you the top positions anyway. And if you are not in the top 7, it shows you sort of 2 rows down at the bottom, which is rare, to be fair. You're not often outside of the top 7. There's no qualifying or anything. It just randomly places you on the grid. It's going to get loud. It's very loud. Bit of a copy and paste job there. Oh, aren't games from this era so cool? Oh, horrible start. Whoa. Still wheel spinning. Don't you remember the alphas? Around the outside of said alpha. Whoa. Now the AI have a tendency to have very weird accidents in this game. They will stop randomly. They brake when you hit them, which is quite a funny little trait. Get used to doing gears here actually. I never played this game on manual transmission back in there. Thank you. There's Muller. Yep. That's Ivan. That's our first lap done, and we are 3rd, so it's going well. Smooth braking. Change down. One thing that may hinder me in this playthrough is that my left bumper button, or L1 effectively on a PlayStation controller, doesn't always work. It's the one defect I've had with this very expensive controller. Is that Craven? Is it number 8? No, it's... Oh, God. Aaron Slight. God, do you remember when Aaron raced in the British Touring Car Championship? Oh, boy. Well, we're winning this one quite easily, at the moment, anyway. The AI have a lot of catch-up about them. Only on, like, straights and stuff, so he might come flying up behind us there. Sounds great, doesn't it? I will, mate. You've got no confidence in me at all. There's a weird effect in this game when the car sort of takes off over curbs and stuff, where you get no grip for a second. It does that weird little slow wobble animation. I'll try and hit a curb here so you can see. See that animation where it lifts up and then wobbles a little bit. While that's happening, you've got no steering. It's a really weird little effect. So over corners like this, you have to be so... Oh my God, careful. Nice. Come on, the Lexus. Get in. It's going well. It's going well. Hopefully, it gets more difficult. Oh, and the results screen's this really cool LCD screen, which I love. There we go. Championship lead over Aaron Slight and Paul Craven. Tim Harvey's even in there as well. Jason Plato finished 13th. Come on, Jason, sort it out. On to round 2 now. We're going to my local at Alton Park, which is quite funny actually because that's not the track that we're racing on, the map that we just saw there. That shows you a left kink towards Island, which would be a lot bigger than that. Not Island, Shell Oil's Hairpin, which would be a lot bigger than that, and then the Britain's Chicane, which we're not running. We're on the Island circuit. I've never noticed that. Oh well, nothing else to do but crack on. And luckily, we've got PC-style loading times as well, so it doesn't take forever to load, because the loading times in this game, I remember, were colossal. Hey-oh. 144p bums. Oh. Put it in first, Chad. Was that Jason? Don't brake on the exit, you cretins. There's Muller. Oh my God. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed left trigger instead of left bumper. Listen to that thing go. Watch. Tom Ferrier, that is. Big hit behind. That's Muller dealt with. That's Steve Soper next up. Did you just swear, Ryan? Very audibly, despite the fact that the cars are obviously very loud. This was what's funny about Alton. Look at what they've done to Alton Park. That's blasphemy towards Alton, that, innit? I love my Alton Park, but they've murdered it in this game. Oh God. Sorry, Steve. Steve Soper. He had a terrible accident in 2001, actually, did Steve, in the British Touring Car Championship, basically ended his career. There's that lock-up on the brakes, look. Oh, the pro race driver. That's what he called Paul Craven, wasn't it? So he hasn't said that about Muller or anybody else. Thanks, mate. I want to... Get off, Dan. Dan Eves, that is. Muller. Oh, yeah. All right, Ivan. Oh, is Craven in a Vauxhall? I think he's in one of the 888 Vauxhalls. This is what happens when you fully brake. I mean, it does stop well, actually, but it's, yeah, nightmarish. Oh, God, there's that weird... See what I mean about that float animation over the curb? No steering. Come on, Ivan. Well, he was. He wasn't in my slipstream anyway. He's in my door. And he also slammed on the brakes because I touched him. See if we can get Paul. Oh, bye, mate. Bye, buddy. And then he's going to come right on. Yeah. You won't have seen any of that because the resolution is awful, but he came right onto the circuit, coming to a stop, and got absolutely T-boned by Muller. The mechanical damage is good in this game as well. You can sometimes have so much damage that your exhaust wobbles around. Your wings fall off, your windows get smashed, all sorts. The average speed of the cars as well is colossal. You can go so fast everywhere. There you go, Steve Soper dealt with. Imagine the safety aspect of having immovable, massive barriers like that in the middle of the road. Oh no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just about got away with that. Bye, mate. I'm flicking the stick around a lot, as you can see, and then for longer smooth corners I'm staying smooth. You know what I did there, don't you? I hit the right trigger thinking that I was changing up a gear. I think it sounds great. It's got a bit of a rasp to it. $115 mph around Druids. No. When you get around the last corners as well and get to the end of the race, if there's a bit where there's a crowd, they cheer more as you come to cross the line, which is cool. And there we go, 2 out of 2. Lovely job. Lovely job for the Lexus. God, I've got an itchy nose. I hate the high temperatures we're getting in the UK because it gives me hay fever. 10 more points in the bag. Warren Hughes was third in the MG. You only get points to the top 6. That's savage. There's our championship lead. Look at that. Oh, 14 points clear. 6 points for Soper, Muller and Slight. Eves, Hughes and Craven all on 4. Nice. We'll save it every opportunity. I mentioned the MGs there, the MG ZS touring cars that are in this game. Weird bit of trivia about them. They sounded very high-pitched in real life because of their V6 engines. But in this game, they actually make a very low-pitch noise instead. That's another track map that's absolutely awful. What is that? That isn't anything like Silverstone International. Oh my god. Why have I never noticed that they're so bad? I mean, it's from 2002. Like, you know, get over it, Chaz, but flipping out. Right, let's race at Silverstone that looks completely different to that. Ah, there you go. That's what I mentioned before. So when you're not in that top 7, it puts you a row or so down and just tells you what position you're in. So we're going to be working hard here from 11th on the grid. Oh, it's a sunset race. God, she's terrifying. Hey up. Whoa. Flipping out. I'm going to have my eye out then. Okay. Okay, you can change up to first and it doesn't get you going as soon as you change up to first, which is good news. What is this? Why is cops miles away? And then we don't even go through that chicane, even though that was on the map. And you ready? This is not going to look anything like what it should. Change down, you piece of... No, he's not. I think that's Craven in that car. Oh, that was Plato. Change down. Oh, contact there. Hey up. Whoa. Oh no. There's some really weird bits of these circuits in this game that like stop you dead. So if you try and cut corners and cut chicanes, they absolutely stop you dead. It's like Grasscrete or AstroTurf parts of the circuit. I'm gonna stay flat around cops. Oh, someone's off. Look at that, that's not fair. How did I make that round there? That's what I mean though, the game, you know, doesn't have fully realistic driving physics, but we're doing well, I'd say. Going for the lead. Surprised he didn't come to a stop there. Normally they go over the grass like that, they just slam on the brakes. Dan Eves is ahead, try and get past him. God, you're not a great race engineer, are you? Speaking the obvious, that'll do. That's some of that Grasscrete that stops you dead on the inside there. Oh, we're in the lead. I'm disappearing off up the road. Like I say, I hope it gets more difficult. At the moment, we're smashing it. Flat. Hit the wrong thing. That's quite good. It doesn't let you carry on accelerating over the gravel and the grass. No. Nah. The speed through there is fantastic. What do you want? Oh, mate. What are you doing? Oh, slammed on randomly. Nice. Come on, Lexus. Oh, let me show you the... I was pressing the wrong button. I was going to say let me show you the dashboard, but I want to win this race. Well, there's an interior view, sod it. Look at this. Yeah. And it's the same in every car in the game. Every car. Am I? Oh. Sound. You can hear the crowd. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. 3 out of 3 for the Lexus. Gets in. God, it's easier than I remember. Now I know what braking is. And there you go, 10 more points. What's the championship looking like now? Oh, disgusting. 10 points for a win, 3 rounds left. I think we're looking pretty good. But unfortunately, that is all we've got time for in this episode. They are going to be very short, quick-fire episodes, just a couple of races each. But welcome to ToCA Race Driver, a game from my childhood, which I'm going to really enjoy playing. Hopefully, like I say, it does get more difficult. I'll have a look and see if I can find ways to make it more difficult, because we're rather smashing it at the moment. But still, I hope you enjoy the idea of this playthrough, and I hope you enjoyed the first episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.